Hey guys, it's Chris and I'm back here with another lesson for you on the YouTube channel. This week we're going to start going over the C major scale. Now I'm picking this for a bunch of reasons. The C major scale initially only has the actual notes that you're playing in it. So it actually has C, D, E, F, G, A. And none of those notes are sharp or flat, it's just the actual note that you're playing. And it's the easiest ones to play because of that reason. Additionally, we're going to choose the major scale because it uses all 7 notes and additionally has 7 modes. So what is the C major scale? Well, the C major scale is made up of the 7 modes, as I said, and we're going to see how well I can do this off of memory here. But the scales, there's the first one, it's just called the Ionian scale. Some people just call it the first mode or the major. Well, they'll say the C major when they say play your C major scale and start on your major. What they actually mean is Ionian. So there's there's Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. Those would be your 7 modes. Kind of impressed with myself right now. But those would be the 7 modes that you play. And the 7 modes put you at different parts of the neck, and they help you distinguish where you are, where you can be, and where you're supposed to be. They can also help you figure out when you're playing something and just jamming along and trying to write something, what mode am I writing in? If you can find out what mode you're writing in, you can tell what key you're playing in, and then from there you can give yourselves patterns in which you could play on the neck, and you can find out different chords from what you're playing in and be able to write chord progressions based on that mode that you were playing in. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do by learning your C major scale. And just in this first video, we're going to start with showing you one mode. It's a nice quick lesson just to go over it, and it'll help you tie in other parts of your lessons too. So for the purpose of this lesson, we're going to teach you the Ionian scale, which is the Ionian mode, which is the first mode in the C major scale. So to start with that, we're just going to start right here on your 8th fret, okay, and that's on your low E string. And I like to put my fingers in a pattern like I've described in other videos to go over each fret, so a finger to a fret. So I'm going to start kind of like this and use my middle finger on the 8th right there and leave my other fingers to fall where they kind of feel like they naturally should. So it should be 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So with your fingers kind of placed hovering above the string like that, I want you to start your Ionian mode with pressing on the 8th fret and then strumming the string. That note right there is your C note. Now the next note in the scale is still on your low E here, and it's up here with your pinky finger. It's the 10th fret, so it's going to be your D. Now here we're going to go up a string. This is where we go to our A string. We're going to play our E note with our first finger, our index finger, and that's on your 7th fret. And then we're going to play 8, which is F, okay, and then we're going to go to 10, which is G, and we're going to go up a string. We're going to play A on the 7th, we're going to play B on the 9th, and then we're back around to C on the 10th. So as you can tell, if we check against the first note we played, we've gone around the musical alphabet in one fell swoop, and we returned back to our original note that we started with. We're just up an octave. So we're on a different octave of C. And again, as you go back around, we're going to go up a string, back to D. And D, you could check that against here. And see that we're just up an entire octave, but we're still playing the D note. And then we go to E from there. Okay. And then F. Then we go G, A, and then on our last string, B, and then finally C. Now some people like to end this particular mode here, okay, on your D, which you can do if you want, and sometimes I do when I'm playing around with things. So really, when you go through this whole lick, you can stop on your C, or you can stop on your D. But on this whole mode, when you play it through, you can play off the letters in your head so you know what you're actually hitting. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So you should be able to just kind of do that and then play that through in your head. When you're hitting the note, say to yourself in your head what the name of the note is that you're actually playing. And when you get to the top there, you should also be able to do that backwards. So you should be able to say it into your head, and you should be able to go backwards with the notes. So we're going to go backwards now. So I'll do that a little bit slower so you can see exactly what's going on here and try and be a little more prominent in what's actually happening. So C, B, A, okay, following, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So then go backwards again, and as I said before, make sure you go through those notes in your head. And then go forwards again. Now, one important thing you're also probably noticing when I'm playing through this scale is that I'm making sure I do it carefully and cleanly. And additionally, I'm using another technique that I taught you just a few lessons ago, and that would be the alternate picking. So switching between forwards and backwards strumming. So when I'm doing this, I'm starting on my C and going. So it's teaching you two things here. This is getting you acclimated with your C major scale, and particularly right here, the Ionian Mode. And additionally, it's giving you good practice with alternate picking between your strings and between the frets. So go ahead and stop the video here, practice this, rewind it as much as you need to, get used to going up and down the strings, forwards and backwards, and once you can name off all the notes, come on to next week's lesson and I'll teach you another mode, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions, as always, go ahead to the Facebook page or leave a comment below in the YouTube video, and I'll get back to you and help you out as much as I can. Thanks for watching, and take care.